Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to recreate this card. I was part of a mystery card making where you get very basic, generic instructions, and then you put it together, and this is what ended up as my card. And it's lovely, absolutely lovely. We are going to be using the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing powder, color and contour stamp set, sending you thoughts. I have a bunch of birthday cards I need to make, and also flip this over, the hand pen designer series paper. The good thing with Stampin' Up! Is they always put what colors are used in the designer series paper. So for this hand pen, I'm going to use Pale Papaya and Pool Party for my cardstocks. So let's go ahead and make a card. Set that aside. Let's get some stamping done, and then I can come back and bring in my cut and emboss and be done with it. Okay, I'm using Pale Papaya on that flourish, if you will, the flower. And this is just some scratch basic white. Get my chamois, wipe that off. Oh, and you know what? Since we have this out, let's grab an envelope, which I have right here. And I'm just going to use the same stamp, same color, ties it all in. The recipient's going to get a hint of what's inside the card. There we go. And then we can set that aside. Again, wipe this off. I think that's it for my stamping. Oh, except for the sentiment. I'm going to bring my happy birthday and a block. Close this up. And I'm going to bring in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Give that a good stamp. And I cut out a 2-inch circle using our, our dies. I'm aiming for down here, so that way I can add, well, you'll see what I do. And wipe this off. Get all the crevices out. Get the dirt out of the crevices, set that aside. Okay. Now let's bring in the Cut Emboss. Here's the die. And I'm going to line up and use washi tape or purple tape to make sure it doesn't shift. I can get this out of the way. Let me bring in the Cut Emboss. And first we will cut and then we will emboss. For the cutting, you need the standard base, then number 2, a number 3, your project, and I'm going to put it up in that corner, and then another number 3, and roll it on through. If you had an intricate die, I would roll it back the other way, just to make sure you get a good cut. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So simple. Okay, set that aside where I won't lose it. I'm going to take off the number 2 and 3 plates, set those aside. I'm going to grab Pale Papaya, and I cut this at 5 by 3 3/4. Bring in the Parisian Flourish 3D, and I'm going to center my cardstock here so I can get these 4 main flourishes. And just squeeze it, set it down on the base plate, add plate number 4, and give it a crank. There you go. And that's all we have for use of the Cut Emboss machine. Let me set this aside and we can start assembling. I've got pale papaya. It's half of a sheet, so it's cut at 5 1/2. You can score or just fold it in half at 4 1/4. Bring in your bone folder. What happened to my bone folder? There it is. It's hiding. Ooh, sorry. That was awfully loud. Now, making sure that it's opening correctly, go ahead and use my stamp and seal on the back. Center this so I have even space on the tops and then symmetrical on the sides. Give that a press. This designer series paper I cut at 1 inch by 5 1/4. Let me check. Yeah, no. 1 inch by 5, and I'm just going to place it over here to the left. And you could always make this a horizontal card too. Give it a goose. And I'm going to make sure I've got 1/4 inch and then it's even top and bottom. Then this designer series paper I cut at 1 inch by 3, and I'm going to use the other side. I think that's the hardest part with the DSP, is deciding which side you want. And I'm going to line this up about here. Then this is Pool Party, and I cut it at 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. And again, just some Stamp and Seal on the back. Place it here. So I've got this nice stepping stone, if you will, so I can see all the colors. Then I'm going to add my sentiment. I'm going to go here. And then bring in my flower. Like that, right about there. So at the top, I'm going to add dimensionals. But I'm not going to add the dimensionals on the stem since it's going to be on top of this cardstock already. It'll just kind of make it a little uneven. So I'm just going to put some seal on that. Get that off my workstation. Take off the release papers. And then add it right about there. Oh, pretty! Let's decorate it some more. I've got some basic pearls. And I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool, and I'll start adding those. Or not, it's stuck. Odd numbers. There's 2. There's a 3. You know what I'm going to say, so I'll say it anyways. Wink Stella. Add those to the flowers. Why not? Oh, who doesn't like bling? There you go. Well, did you time me? That did not take long. Oh, let's decorate the inside. Hello. It still didn't take me long. I'm going to bring back in color and contours. I think I'll use this flower here. And I've got white, basic white, cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And I'll go ahead, pale papaya, just add it to the corner. Little decoration, grab my chamois. Close this up because I will put my finger in it. You have seen me do it. Add some Stamp and Seal on the back. Doesn't have to be hurricane proof, just 8-year-old proof. And then I'm going to add this to the inside, making sure I've got equal borders all the way around. Haha! There you go. A happy birthday card. Did not take long at all. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit like and share and subscribe and hit the notification button when I upload new videos. Don't forget to text ANNBIRCHARD, all one word, to the number 22828 to receive my monthly newsletter and any specials that Stampin' Up! May have. And when you do sign up, I will send you your choice of an in-color ink pad. It could be Pale Papaya. Again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this crafting experience with the civil engineer. See you next week. Bye.